line. First and 10 for Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. For Mixon, a big jump up from year one. He had 1,168 rushing yards. Good for fourth in the league.
Didn't fumble all year long as well, so ball security a big part of his game. But despite the fact that he was well over 1,000 yards rushing, I thought he was underutilized as a running back. He has the ability to catch the ball in the backfield. Cincinnati didn't throw it to him nearly enough to try and create some more plays for him downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Passing again. Dalton on second and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Brown. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 55 yards. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Okay, partner, got to fit in some Super Bowl chatter here. We're going to have New England and the L.A. Rams, two teams that had to go on the road and win their respective conference titles.
And think about this. The Patriots, who went to 8 straight AFC championship games, back in the Super Bowl yet again, yet they believe they're the underdogs and feel like the whole world is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. the gun. It's Dalton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game.
There goes Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, 64 yards. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And out now come the Eagles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber that runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first is Wentz. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
On play action, Wentz. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Michael Johnson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to lay one up deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Going deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. Last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami, still searching. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Well, this offseason for the Cincinnati Bengals is going to be one of transition. Marvin Lewis, second longest tenured head coach in the NFL, been with the Bengals since 2003, Charles. Let go on December 31st. Happy New Year. After a 3rd straight season of no playoff football.
And he actually made that franchise.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Lady! 57, you got 59 over there.
Dalton here from the gun. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away. Ertz has it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
That's it, baby.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Carlos Dunlap able to get him for a loss of about 3. Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And Dalton to throw. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Going deep depth, and this is caught. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. As his guys are in for 6, and the Bengals are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Second down, Dalton. He's going to launch this thing way down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. On second down, here's Wentz. This one complete to Smallwood. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Come on now, come on now. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge Tournament still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm... And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. He's to the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. A 23-yard run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he slings one that's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Dalton now to pass. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Brandon Graham in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing, Dalton. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
368!
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Nigel Bradham. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Caught Eifert over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Good. Nice.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3rd down from the gun. Dalton looking for Bourne, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bullock out now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 58 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at them.
This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey, 26 yards. And the Eagles are back within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Shotgun now for Wentz. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start. But now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball. Getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, or all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one, as it's good from 56 yards out. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Wentz going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 47 yards. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Oh, passing it. Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Dalton wants to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Michael Johnson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards on the play. Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
Back to throw. A dump off to Smallwood. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. Sliding it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Well, that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.
Hey, I ain't folding under pressure. I ain't switching for no. I ain't